Football with friends. It's fun as hell. We're here in Mobile, Alabama for day 2 of the Senior Bowl. Um, ha- had some things happen today that that we'll want to talk about. Like I kind of want to talk some Senior Bowl here today. I'm not sure how much the chat's going to be interested in that, but
It's football, and we're friends, and we're having fun.
well, I think that it's at some point during the off season we might need to. I was telling you off camera, I'm like, at some point during the offseason, we might need to kind of re-educate the audience that it's not always going to be completely Longhorn specific here on the channel. It'll always be, the main thing will always be Longhorns related topics, but we talk all football here and certainly all college football, all SEC. Um, just some things today, man, about the Senior Bowl, about Pavia. I kind of want to talk about that tonight. But first, what we're going to talk about is how the depth chart looks. Is Texas on the offensive line after the addition of Lawrence Seymour? I just put out the new updated projected depth chart over on Orange Bloods earlier today and did my report along with a bunch of his clips from the coaches film versus LSU. And I, I think there are a few things for us to talk about. So that's what we're doing tonight. First, let's make sure and thank our great sponsor, the Man Eye Institute. Give them a call today, 1-844-WOW-2020, 844-WOW-2020, or scan the QR code there. The Man Eye Institute is where you can see life better, whether it's glasses, whether it's LASIK, whether it's contact, whether it's astigmatism. I was about to say aneurysm.
Did you know I learned something on the site the other day? I went on
I'm
Man
not
Eye
sure that
Institute.
they can help with an aneurysm.
I learned that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness, and that it doesn't have a lot of symptoms, and that you can go get checked for it if you might think if you have like tunnel vision or something. You can go into Man Eye Institute and they'll check you to see if you have glaucoma or if you that might be one of your problems. But they do a lot of things.
You can get the
like
whole
that.
thing done at Man Eye Institute. Like you just go in. I think the cost to do it is like $65
for a consultation.
Like if you don't even have insurance, just to get the refraction, like they put you through all these different things. It makes it seem like it's a hard thing, but it's not hard. You just sit in front of these things and you look and you put your eyes up in it and you look at it and they say like, what do you see now? And you're like, oh, it says 84. Like they're like, what color is it? You're like red. And then after that, they just show you this like X-ray of your eye. And so check them out if you need help. We certainly appreciate the Man Eye Institute, and it is certainly where you can see life better. Also, just a quick reminder, go to alphaseasoning.com.
I'm pointing right here.
Okay.
I tricked you.
Well, because this is mirrored, and so
yes, I was pointing.
It was like you're pointing away from it. Here, I'm pointing towards it now.
But you're blocking yourself. Alpha Seasoning.
Alpha Seasoning is Cody and I's original seasoning blends, the Longhorn Dust and Elite Spice Blend. Go check them out. Thanks to everybody who's ordered now. I've seen a bunch of orders come in. As soon as I get back home, I'll personally be packing those things up like Santa Claus and the elves once I get back to Spicewood, Texas. Cody, let's talk about the depth chart first and about so let me just pull it up here on our screen and we can see. And if you guys have questions in the chat, if you want to super chat us questions about draft, whatever, we're going to be
So the question that I posed and I put it as the title for the show tonight is this the final form of the depth chart as we head into 2026? Obviously things are going to change. Spring practice, there might be an injury, positionally that a tight end might move here or there, whatever happens. Fall camp the same, but is this the final form of what the 1 and 2 deep might look like going into fall camp?
I think along the offensive line they still need to add 1 to 2 more players, and that's in keeping with the idea that we're talking about a spot now where what they lost 4 guys. They lost 4
I think 5.
to the portal.
I think it was 5.
Is it 5 total or 5? So portal would
Brooks,
be
Cruz,
Cruz,
Kibble,
Brooks,
Nato,
Kibble,
and Stroh.
Nato, Stroh. So 5. And before any of that stuff ever happened, we said they need to take 6 offensive linemen. So they've taken
We're still minus, right?
yeah. So they've taken Lawrence Seymour, of course. They've taken Melvin Ciani, of course. They've taken Dylan Sikorsky, of course,
And Jonte Newman.
and Jonte Newman, of course, who will have some information. I talked to Trey Zune from Texas A&M, not today but yesterday, about sort of where he is in his development curve, and that'll be in the war room over at orangebloods.com. So make sure and check it out. I I just think right now with the way the depth chart sets up, you would have Gooseby at left tackle, you'd have Seymour at left guard, you'd have Connor Robertson at center, you'd have Brandon Baker at right guard, you'd have Melvin Ciani at right tackle. That to me, finally today, is a starting offensive line that I am comfortable with.
Yeah. Yep.
Because what that allows is for Sikorsky to become the swing guard.
Yep.
Between those two, to where it's like you're not he's a guy that Texas wanted to come in to compete. I think that's a fine idea. I think that's exactly the kind of guys you need to come in to compete. My worry was that this was a player that was going to be depended on from the very beginning to like start, and I was like, but that ain't it, right? You have him as a swing guard now. It takes maybe Andre Kojo out of the discussion as far as guards, to keep him at a very important spot where he is a swing tackle.
Do you think he's the swing left, or I think they would play Chapman at left.
I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, when camp opens up, when Goosby's banged up, if he doesn't practice.
Anwar had the report today that Chapman is like.
That's kind of where my brain is too. It's like I thought last fall.
I kind of think Kojo might be the swing tackle.
Well, if Kojo's a swing, I mean, would you adjust if they open up spring practice and we hear that it's Chapman straight away at left tackle?
No, because Kojo probably won't be practicing. It's like we're having to talk about something where it's like,
I think that has to go into the math, though. That has to go into the math.
Why?
Because if they believe in Chapman at left tackle, and Kojo was playing right last year, competing with Baker for that spot, like you have 2 capable guys.
What did you say? He was competing with Baker for that spot.
Yeah, right tackle.
Right. Correct.
So that's what I'm getting at. What does that have to do with it?
What I'm saying is, if Kojo was competing and he was indeed competitive with Brandon Baker last year had a year.
Correct.
He had a season, and so if Kojo from the very beginning, dude, in spring he was ahead of Baker.
Sure, but that's not what I'm saying.
So,
that's not my argument. My argument is more about he tore his knee apart. And now Chapman had the whole year to play behind Gooseby, and now if Kojo's again out for the spring and they put Chapman in at left tackle for the spring, I mean that he's going to have miles of more reps at left tackle than Kojo will be able to even get through camp. And I would just say, from a cohesion perspective, I think you would rather have him plugged at left, Kojo plugged at right, and then you have your Sikorsky movement on the inside. And it's just like, all right, we know we can depend on this instead of being like, well, Kojo's the guy.
Well, look, it's a bit of minutia.
He'd have to be miles better, in my opinion.
It's a bit of minutia that we are able to talk about today because of
better conversation,
right?
Yeah,
because of Lawrence coming on board, right? It is, and what Ketchum has said. And what it feels like the vibe has been about this edition in the portal is that It feels like Ketchum is a bit of a kind of tap the brakes, Jason Sukamel type
on
as
this
far as
on
this.
Seymour. Yeah,
And I'm just like, that doesn't feel like a general catch. It's just interesting. That doesn't feel like a general catch kind of take. I think it's because if you listen to him on his show earlier today, he was saying that as he was talking with his sources and stuff, they were saying that, like this wasn't necessarily the exact solution,
Yeah.
and there are other players and blah blah blah. And here's the thing about Lawrence Seymour: he might not be here until
July or something.
July
Yeah.
because it's gonna be hard to
He's got to
like,
graduate probably, and then he's also got to get the waiver.
yeah, because they can't take all of his credits from like Akron to Western Kentucky, and then put them all at Texas and have him go through one spring at Texas and give him the same degree
Yeah.
at Texas that all these guys have been, or that you just watching this, like what, or me, like what we went through to get our degrees. It's
Yeah.
like,
He used the word viable, which I think is kind of maybe what he's a little bit hung up on, or maybe what the staff were sourcing.
But
or
no,
whoever
that's
is
what I
hung up
wrote
on.
in my column today. I'm like, is Texas adding a guy that is a Phil Steele all American and a all conference player, all this stuff? It's like, well, yes, they are technically. Is Conference USA, right? And I'll say this.
He dominated Toledo, which was
Dude,
was MAC Conference USA level.
That Toledo that Toledo game is like a murder film.
But then you put the LSU tape on.
And it's honestly, I know that LSU was down this year and whatever, but it doesn't matter. You're talking about SEC level athletes, and you're talking about the two things that I said that really, really, really stick out whenever you look at him is his urgency to his leverage in the run game and his ability to keep his hips upfield and to mirror in the pass protection aspect.
And directionally uses power in movement. Yeah.
Directionally uses power and even non-dominant side power.
Yeah.
It's like it's very impressive. He's an immediate starter.
Yeah.
So that's how the depth chart changes. You put him at he can play left, he can play right. I think that his abilities as a road grader, he weighs 320. All Western Kentucky did was run behind him.
Yeah.
I think you can put him at right, but he's also obviously he played left there. He's got the fleetness of foot. And if you look at his stupid PFF grades,
pretty high for pass pro anyway.
I looked at the PFF grades and I was like, dude, that pass pro grade is ridiculous. And it really is. It's the same thing. I think it
it mirrors what we saw in the LSU game.
Well,
literally,
because he can mirror. His hip pointers are upfield the whole time. He doesn't get out of position, and so I think what they have right now is I think he plays left guard.
Yeah,
and I think Brandon Baker stays on the right side and plays right guard.
Yeah,
we'll see, but I think it could go either way. So that's the depth chart update. There's also another update that I had to make that somebody reminded me of is I forgot to put the new quarterback on there.
Ooh,
I forgot to put the new quarterback,
MJ,
and so we're gonna put him. We'll go Arch,
Lacey,
MJ,
yep,
and then Dia.
Yep.
Right. So that's the depth chart update. As far as what you've seen, people are asking in the chat. They're saying, let's see. So good to see all you guys in the chat tonight. Again, a reminder, no show tomorrow.
He's got a flight.
I got a flight.
I got a big drive.
And Cody's got a 9-hour drive home. But we'll have a Final Takes Friday. People are asking how Taff and Manny look today. We have look at what we have here. We have Cruiser,
Chi-Town Cruiser,
saying that the Alpha is dang good on a tomahawk. Look,
We didn't get tomahawks. I said I wanted to get tomahawk
You
last
must
night.
be rich. Like
We
I
went
haven't,
back.
I haven't even had it on a tomahawk yet. But
Dude, I had a phenomenal tomahawk for my birthday last month. 36 ounce.
so we have this question.
From
John Brown said, if y'all were in charge of bringing in 2 more O-line from the portal, who are you taking? Here's the real problem with answering that question.
No names. I don't want to use names.
Is that the players that are available to us right now that we know that are in the portal? Like, I had no idea that a player of Lawrence's level was
You have to take into
available
account.
in the portal. I didn't know, and so if there were,
well, you knew he was in there, but the problem is that there's over 1,000 offensive linemen in there, and if we were to sit down and watch all 1,000 guys, there would be no time in the day to watch, to do show, to do write up, to do any other work. You'd be like to watch 1,000 guys in like a 5-day period to know every single one of them,
and you wouldn't do a good job.
And you wouldn't do a good job. It's just, that's a big. I mean, most NFL draft analysts in like a 6-month span don't write up 1,000 guys, let alone in like a 5-day period. For this offensive line thing. So we kind of the guys that we wrote up and the guys that we watched and the guys that we did work on were guys that it was like Texas is bringing this guy in for a visit. Texas is talking to this guy. Texas is this. This agent said this. And Lawrence Seymour's name never really came up in those. He popped up in the portal. I remember like a week and a half ago. And I was like, oh, Western Kentucky guy. And it was like, I can't even remember the schools that like immediately hit on him. I think it was like maybe like a Rutgers or something like this. And I was like, oh, Texas isn't going to be on that kid. He's not Power 4. And then all of a sudden, he never visited Texas. He just, boom, commits, right? So I think to answer that question, and I think I might have stepped on you a little bit, but if it was us, I'm going and getting, an athlete from the FCS or an athlete from the JUCO that you can get to come in. Yeah.
Two of them.
And that might sound cockman because, again, it's Texas, and they're like, we want Power 4 guys, Power 5 guys. But I want a guy that is like a sophomore that had, he was a bounce back at JUCO, or he's a sophomore at some FCS. I mean,
school we're like, dude, we're sitting here at the Senior Bowl, and we got
Dartmouth,
we got these
North
guys.
State.
Like, we have a duty from John Carroll, who I don't even know where John Carroll University is. Maybe somebody in the chat could let us know.
D3.
It's like D3. He's out here mossing guys. Like, you can find these players.
Yeah.
Like you can find them. I think that I'll bring it up and bring it up. He's not going to qualify academically, I don't think, but Trinidad Wilson from Riverside Community College in California. That kind of player, these kinds of guys where you just look at him and you're like, oh my gosh, dude, look at his traits, look at his feet, look at his motor, level of comp, whether he is all there. He's at a junior college for a reason. Obviously, it's like we're like at this point in the transfer portal, like the transfer portal's over. We can call this like the dented can aisle of the grocery store.
Dude, we have 18 roster spots to play with.
You know what I'm? So just bring in a few of these dented cans, like, and just kind of see what happens. I would definitely also like. I would venture to say for sure that if you're venturing outdoors in the cold, I can't be thankful enough for Poncho Outdoors today with this this flannel shirt that I'm wearing here underneath this First Light merino wool. This shirt kept me warm whenever temperatures were. Cody, they literally fell into the 40s today. And to me, that's too cold. And I was freezing yesterday. And today, it felt so good. Our great sponsors at Poncho Outdoors are so wonderful for continuing to keep us totally outfitted. I can't tell you how much we appreciate those guys. I also can't tell you how much we appreciate Texas Beef Traders. 10% off, Loman's Crossing, 620, right there in the heart of Lakeway. No vaccines. No antibiotics, no nothing shot into your protein. Do yourself a favor, man. Let me venture this far. If you have the opportunity, take 3 months And just buy your beef from Texas Beef Traders. Eat the rest of your food from wherever else that you eat it from. Tell me how much more healthy that you feel. Just humor me and go do it.
The hamburger's cheaper than the store.
I I mean, dude, it's been a game changer for my family to be able to have this blessing of Texas Beef Traders. So make sure and go check them out. I know Cody feels the exact same way. Texas Beef Traders.
If I didn't, I wouldn't travel 1,000 miles to get it.
Yeah.
On a monthly basis.
Yeah. So make sure and go check them out. All right. So any other chats? David Keith Williams is saying the consensus is that Lawrence Williams will play LG if it was approved. Yep. I kind of think you keep him at left guard. Like I said, he has that fleetness of foot. He has everything that you would like. Your thoughts today about Manny Muhammad and Michael Taft at the Senior Bowl?
I thought Taft looked okay. Kind of the same as yesterday.
Kind of not much to see out of the safeties.
Safety's a tough one, especially in practice in this setting, because a lot of stuff you get is like a lot of inside run, a lot of implementation of the offense, and it's a lot of like pre-planned things that really are going outside. Like I said, it's sort of the run game, and then the one-on-ones, that's like a lot of cornerbacks on receivers. And you look at like the running backs are working on linebackers, and the safeties are kind of just like occasionally getting opportunities here and there. So Taft's in a weird spot. Muhammad, I thought, had a good day one, a really good day one. Yeah, I thought he was one of the best 3 or 4 corners here. And then today, he got a couple of matchups
couple tough matchups
that kind of brought up some 2024 stuff where, the double moves kind of got him again, and then he reacted to it and he held a guy, and there's still like that one hitch. Not everyone's perfect. I mean, it's tough to be a Ramsey or Darrelle Revis, but Muhammad has shown some really good things. He also came in 5'11" and 7/8, which I thought was big because I wasn't going to compare him to Jabbar, his cousin, but Jabbar was like 5'9", 180. And coming out of Washington, and Manny came in, we knew he was going to be taller. He was 5'11", 7/8. He came in at 183 pounds, which is only 5 pounds shorter or lighter than Colton Hood, who's expected to be the number 1 corner here from Tennessee. And he's about the same height. Yeah. And it's like he's not out of the question to be, one of the top corners, but he definitely didn't perform as the top corner today.
Well, I was very interested to talk to him today and hear about his thoughts about PK getting fired, and about how the defense changed structurally with the new coaches that came in this year and stuff like that, and what he thought. I'm going to have all that. Cody and I are going to put together a section for the War Room tomorrow on Orange Bloods that you'll be able to sort of check out what they say with all that. No show on Thursday. We will be back Friday for final takes. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. We say God bless you. We'll see you soon.